What's happening? This is Kevin Dolan from WagerTalk.com breaking down another big matchup over in the NBA for Tuesday. So let's get into it. First things first, I'm going to take a look at the matchup between the LA Clippers and the Phoenix Suns tonight over in Arizona. In a game, that's still hugely important for both of these teams tonight. The dust hasn't quite settled in the West just yet. Still plenty, of action to play for here, especially for the Phoenix Suns as well, who are almost neck and neck with the Pelicans, Kings, and Lakers right now in terms of potentially being able to avoid that play-in tournament outright. And, with an upcoming schedule against the Clippers, Sacramento, and Minnesota as well, that makes it all the more, imperative the Phoenix notches this win tonight at home against, a Clippers team that look pretty beat up right now, with Kawhi Leonard out of the lineup for tonight's game, along with Daniel Diss and Josh Primo. Also, the Clippers will be without their season top scorer yet again. And that's a huge blow considering they're up against a team in Phoenix tonight who, finally have all their, main pieces together, playing well as well, firing at the same time. And Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant. We saw Devin Booker put up 92 points across back-to-back games last week against the Pelicans and Cavaliers, respectively. Bradley Beal hung another 33 points from the Pelicans this past Sunday as well. That despite taking an L in that game. And that could be crucial in this one also. That loss on Sunday against New Orleans was Phoenix's penultimate game at home of the regular season. They lost that one, and tonight represents the Suns' final home game of the regular season. So not only do they need victories here, given how tight the race is over in the West, but I'm expecting that crowd in Arizona to be fired up tonight, I should say, for this one. Final home game of the season, like I said, welcoming in beat-up Clippers team in what's almost, a must-win scenario game for the Suns if they're going to avoid getting sucked down towards that play-in tournament. So, we've seen this line shift since the opener towards the Phoenix side of the play. As a result, I'm in full agreement with that here. The situation stacks up nicely for the Phoenix Suns tonight, in my opinion, and I expect them to get the win and cover at home against the LA Clippers on Tuesday. In terms of a best bet, however, I'm going to instead pivot towards the matchup between the Miami Heat and the Atlanta Hawks tonight over at the State Farm Arena. But before I do, I just want to mention our UEFA Rest of Season Pass, which expires at midnight tonight on Tuesday. This is the final day to take advantage of that $79 season-long offer we've got going on over at WagerTalk right now. And, it's a great one considering we're not only number one at WagerTalk this season in terms of total UEFA profit, but we've also got a 5% Champions League best bet loaded up for Wednesday night as well. So, great time to jump on board as that'll be included no extra cost. Still only a quarter, we're only at the quarterfinal stages of those tournaments as well. Plenty of action still to play for until June 1st's Champions League final. So lock in the rest of our UEFA season-long package using code UEFA79, UEFA79. And let's profit towards the end of the season. Returning to the best bet, I'm going to take the Miami Heat tonight to win and cover on the road against the Atlanta Hawks. Miami are still right in the thick of it right now in the East. And we're at the point of the season right now where situations vastly outweigh, any sort of power ranking dynamics as well. And, that's definitely the case in this one. Atlanta are locked in to the play-in tournament right now. Not a whole pile of wiggle room for them in regards to their placement, whereas Miami could still potentially close out in a run here, provided other results go their way as well. They still have an outside shot at getting into that sixth spot, but to do that, they'll need to show up in this game on Tuesday, their final road game of the season, and take care of business tonight against the Hawks. In their favour is the fact that while they've got a number of game time decisions, on their own roster for this one, Trae Young remains out for the Hawks tonight. And just as we mentioned previously in regards to the Clippers lineup, it's always a big, big loss without your top scorer in the lineup for obvious reasons. It's very hard to pick up that additional slack. And especially with a guy in Trae Young who's averaging 26.4 points per game this season, along with 10.8 assists as well. So, again, this is another game where the situation heavily favours one team tonight. I believe the Miami Heat know how important this game is for them, and I'm expecting them to win and cover accordingly on the road. So, yeah, Miami Heat -3 for me on Tuesday. Best bet. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video if you haven't already done so. And as always, best of luck on all your bets. And thanks for watching.